Hey, it's Rubber Ducky here. Welcome to Lawn Mowing Simulator. This is episode 14. Please take a moment to support the channel. So, it is now the next week. It is Monday, the 22nd of March, 2021. We do have 2 more days remaining before our HQ upgrade is complete. When that finishes up, we are going to have an additional bay, an additional mower, and 1 more employee. If there's a certain mower that you'd like to see me use, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know. Over the next episode or 2, whenever we get this sorted out, I would love to try something different. Let's see what we got here. So, we just mowed the rear garden at Rowley Manor. Herbivore Valley, super complex, 4.5 stars, really big, I don't know. Rear lawns at Crossley Riding School. Okay, so I'm actually kind of inclined to take this one. I know it's another very simple job, but we haven't been here yet, so it'd be some new scenery until we get another mower. So over here, it's 205. This is 1.5 star complexity. Okay, for 285, yeah. Let's go ahead and say Amber here, and I don't think it was an eco contract, so we'll just give her that mower and a trimmer. And then, yeah, Herbivore Valley, let's go with Dylan. And they can take, I think let's give him the Toro, and I'll take the Skag, just because this one is a larger property. So the vehicle's too big, recommends a 59. And what's our mower? It's like a 60 or a 62. So 60 inch, like no big deal. They can take that, give him a trimmer. And then we will take the Skag over to Crossley Riding School, and we'll take the Skag with us. Yep, it's okay. It recommends a 51. We've got a 52. No big deal. We need a trimmer. Now, it does say it's a small area, flat, with high fines, but that's not too wild. And it is going to be a cloudy day, but it's not raining. For a completion target, we do have 99.5%, so pretty pristine, but not 99.9. We do have to cut between 2 and 2 3/8, so we'll look for that 2 1/4 mark. Then we'll also have 4 minutes for ground check, 11.5 minutes to cut, and it's currently between 5 and 7 1/8, so not wildly long. I think we can handle that just fine. All right, yeah, that's a nice looking lawn. No obstacles to speak of, and oh, look at that. So there's a trophy or like a cup or something right there on the fountain. But yeah, so no obstacles. We don't have to worry about trees and such. So going to be an easy mow. Just the fountain in the middle makes it a little bit more challenging than the last one. And then, oh, hold on. Ground check. Don't take the trimmer. Duh. Let's see. I see one right here. We have 3 objects to collect. Let's get that cup. It is a valuable. And then 2 more. We got that. No. Oh, there we go. Okay. Head back over to the truck. This is actually a really nice property with large gates and everything. We could get just about anything in there. And then, oh my gosh, look at the horse. That totally looks like the one from my my Mafia gameplay. If you've watched any of the stream. Hold on. What? There's a valuable. But anyway, yeah. If you've watched any of the Mafia content from Mafia the Old Country, that's like totally similar to the horse that I bought that I've been riding around on. So that one doesn't have the cool little hat that I've got, but I like it. We got our trimmer, and back to the job now. Let's actually focus and get this thing trimmed. So we do have like 11.5 minutes to do this. I wonder if I missed that. No, maybe not. So we can spend a minute or 2 here trimming, and based on the size of the property, we trimmed the other property at Rowley Manor in like, I think 1 or 2 minutes, and then I cut it in like 7 or 8. So if we stick around that like 8, 9, maybe 10 minute mark, we should have plenty of time to complete this. So I just want to do a quick trim so I don't have trouble with the mower not getting close enough to the sidewalk. But nothing intricate here, so we just keep going. Oh, we missed that though. And I think if we do this whole property, it's going to be, what, 2 minutes maybe? Like, we're coming up on the 1 minute mark right now. So spend another minute here, call it 2 minutes when we get on the mower. That leaves us 9 to 9.5 minutes to mow. And I definitely think we can get it done. We did do that mow at Rowley Manor on the Toro, which is decently bigger. It's like 8 or 10 inches bigger. But I don't know that it was enough that, like, on this small of a property, it would add up over time, right? Like, maybe it saves one pass, but, like, what are we talking, like 20 seconds? So I think we're going to be okay here. The only thing that might slow us down a little bit is I can't just mob through the middle. I have to go around the fountain. But at the same time, it's also less grass to cut, so I'm not super concerned. We're at that 140 mark right now, so all that looks good. We'll go throw this in the truck. We'll hop on the mower. I do have to remember to get it set at 2 1/4. So put that there. Hop on here, and whoever used this last beat the crap out of it. We need to get the vehicle repaired and get some new blades and get some fuel in it. So I got to remember to do that at the end of the mission. All right, we made it off. Drop the blade down. 2 1/4 right there. We did trim almost 5% of the lawn, so that's very promising. If we could trim 5% in 2 minutes, I like it. And we're all set. Start this bad boy up. Not too bad. You know, this thing feels a little better to drive than the Toro. I don't know that it does drive that different. It's slower. The Toro does go, what, like 12 or 13 miles an hour or something. This thing's topping out at like 8.5 to 9. So maybe that's just where I'm seeing a little bit more stability and control come in, is that it's a little bit more slow. So it's also less susceptible to erratic behavior. But I do like the way it feels. The Toro does have that extra cutting width, but it also makes it a little bit more tricky to overlap. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. Because you've got so much of the deck sticking out versus here where the deck is pretty much in line with the track width of the vehicle. But maybe this speed is just all that it is. I just really love the way this thing drives, and I haven't mowed with it for a minute. Let's see, we'll go, oop, there we go, straighten out. I think we just go around this twice, and then we'll start our back and forth pattern, and it's like 4 or 5 passes through there, and we'll have the whole thing. All right, let's get backed up right there. One more along the top, and we're ready to go. Oh, just a little bit to the right. Not sure if I missed that patch back there. Might have to check it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go over that again. I did not. I'm gonna try and straighten this out a little bit though, so let's target the end of our mow, and we'll just overlap through here. That'll get us like a straighter line to follow instead of that curve that I screwed up. That looks a lot better. That's pretty decent. We're kind of overloading. It's not too bad. Oh, crooked. Oh, hold on. We actually did overload. So this might be one of my favorite mowers. I'm a huge fan of Toro's lineup, but in the game, this one's pretty versatile. I don't know if there's a more versatile mower than this. So you get some like decent size. It does do a pretty good cut, but then it's also small enough you can take it just about anywhere, and it is relatively powerful. So like, since it does limit out at 8.5 miles an hour, as long as it's not overly wet or egregiously overgrown, we don't have this huge issue of it overloading terribly. So like, we've had 1, maybe 2 little issues where it's kind of bottled up, but like, I'm also flooring it. So if it had 3 or 4 more horsepower, it actually might be pretty perfect. but I don't think there's anything really wrong with this machine, and I tend to like it. I'm kind of disappointed that there aren't striping kits for the Toros, and I have a striping kit for one of my Toros. Well, actually, for two of them, but for my smaller Toro that I've got, I love it. It's like I can literally take that mower anywhere I want, and it fits. It stripes well. It's easy to use. Big fan, but nothing in the game, and I'm kind of bummed by that. I don't know if they did it just to like encourage people to get the Skag, or if, you know, for licensing reasons they did it that way. I'm not quite sure, but I definitely think that it's a little bit of a bummer, because like on the Groundsmaster too, like we should have some rollers on that, and we could lay down some fatty stripes. I might have to get digging around in like my old pictures. I don't know where all my stuff is. I just did like a phone wipe a month or so ago, so all my pictures are uploaded somewhere. I'll have to sift through them and figure out where my grass pictures are, but I'll show a picture on my like YouTube posts or something about my lawn when it's all striped and looking nice and stuff. I think that if we... Oop, hold on, back up. I think if we keep up this pace, we're going to be way on point. We are at 70%, and we still have 4 minutes to go. So this is the slow part right here, is just trying to like make all these turns and get it cut in. But when we flip around right now, we can mob through here, and we'll be done in no time. So we're not going to go around this. I think we're just going to go right over it. And we already have to replace the blades, so no big deal there. Nice and straight. Ish. There we go. Let me know what your thoughts are, though. Do you like fat stripes or narrow stripes? I personally like narrow ones. I think there's a time and place for the wide ones, but I like tons of thin stripes. I think it looks better than broad ones. Now, I do like to mix and match. Like, I don't mind laying down like one narrow and two fat or something like that. But just in general, like, especially on a property this size, putting down like 50 plus inch stripes to me is like, they're too wide. You can get plenty more small ones in here and it would look nicer. But I do think on like a 40 to 50 range, that's not getting too excessively wide, but you start doing like 60, 70, 80 inch stripes, you better have like a golf course fairway. Otherwise, it's way too much. Like, I wouldn't want like 3 stripes on this width right here. I'd want to do like 21 inch stripes and have just like really nice tight pattern. So job is complete at 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Just make sure that we clean up that last little strip there, and then we can head back over to the truck and we'll get this thing put away. So we'll have to do one more job before we get our HQ upgrade, but I think this was a nice easy one to just get us through Monday. We'll get a new list of jobs coming up for the next episode. We'll see what we want to take from there. Maybe we'll do something more complex. It just kind of depends on what the property looks like. You know, do we want to lay down stripes, or is it a new terrain that we want to see? So we'll kind of decide as we move on. But for now, we're done with this one. And it does look very nice. Very clean rear lawn for these guys. I do like that fountain with the sculpture on the top. But it looks very pretty. So, job complete. And it looks like we did earn an extra 6 pounds for the ground check time bonus. We earned 25 pounds for doing the ground check. We earned an extra 4 pounds for how fast we cut. And we earned 300 on picking up the 2 valuables. Important to note, We have no penalties and fines. And that's awesome because I mowed that fast. It is a place that gives out high fines, and we just flew through there. We didn't do anything wrong. I love it that way. We're also now trusted rank 3, and then we did get a new couple of contracts. So overall, great performance. I hope you guys enjoyed this mow. We have 1 day remaining before we get a new mower and another employee, so be sure to stick around for that. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like down below. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to help support the channel, and you can support me as a content creator by becoming a channel member. Don't forget to check out the Amazon affiliate links in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.